Hi everybody, this is Ms. Darcie. Welcome to Graphic Design, the Youth Art Magazine Project, Lesson 1. We are going to look at how to create a magazine using online tools, the Google Slides software, and we'll compile a magazine made out of all of your articles into one big magazine at the end. And I hope you'll have fun and enjoy this project, as well as learn some new skills about graphic design. So let's look at a few slides to get us started today, okay? I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay, here we are, slide 1, Graphic Design, the Youth Art Magazine Project. In this series of lessons, we will learn about graphic design so we can create a digital youth art magazine. A digital magazine means it is created online, but it can also be printed to create a traditional paper magazine. Our goal is to create a high-quality magazine that we can post online to share with our audience. Why create a magazine? To share our art and ideas with our audience, family, friends, teachers, and other students. Creating a good magazine is a big job. Each student has the responsibility to contribute an article with pictures and an artistic image page or cover artwork for the magazine. It is a team effort. So let's jump into lesson 1. We're going to look at some different magazines, and we will learn about covers and articles. A magazine cover gets our attention and interest. The articles and images in the magazine are called content. An article tells a particular story. Let's look at some examples of magazine covers and articles. And here we can see the one on the left side is got a picture of a snake with the large word click on the top, and a little bit lower, a smaller word saying snakes. Ask yourself these questions. How does the cover draw you in? Do you know what the subject of the magazine is by looking at the cover? What type of articles do you expect to find inside? And so again, we're going to look at a couple more covers, and let's talk about some of the basic features of these covers. How does the magazine cover draw you in? On these, I would say the one on the left, the bright pink color grabs me right away. The title Muse is in bright yellow. And there's a really interesting looking picture that's front and center, and it even covers up some of the magazine title with a kind of robot hand with a plant growing out of some dirt sitting in the hand. And so that's how it draws me in, because it's interesting to look at for several different reasons. The main elements are probably the title, the actual image there with the plant and hand, the large text that says STEM, S-T-E-M, and some smaller text, Invisible Medicine and Rescuing Animals. Those are the different elements on that cover. And the subject of the left-hand magazine, I'm not quite sure what the word muse really means in terms of a magazine. So that might be a little mysterious. Muse can be to think about something, or it might be, muse can be an inspiration. And so it doesn't tell us exactly what's inside, but the letters STEM, if you know what that is, then you'll know what's inside. It's science, technology, engineering, and math. But if you don't know what that means, then it will just maybe make you curious, and you'll have to read about it inside. But you can see the robotic, electronic, technological hand along mixing it up with nature, with the plant growing out of the dirt. And so it's a little bit of a mystery what's going to be inside, but it's making me curious. And again, also the word invisible medicine, I don't know what that is. And rescuing animals via social media, that interests me because I love animals. And so I'll probably want to read this magazine and learn about that stuff. On the right-hand side, the title Sports Illustrated, and it's a picture of a basketball player, happens to be LeBron James. So if I'm a sports fan, I will definitely be, interested and drawn in by this cover right away. but also just the way it's designed, having the text, the lettering, kind of going out at different radial angles from the player in the middle, LeBron, also kind of draws attention to him and makes us, look right into his eyes pretty much. And we can see he's holding that basketball, he's in motion. So that cover grabs me pretty well. And the subject matter, yes, I can see clearly what's going to be inside there, at least about basketball. There might be some other sports too in there. And so let's look at a couple more just to get the hang of this. On these covers, they are drawing me in because they're colorful and lively and they look fun. And the main elements we might consider are the title of the magazine, which is usually larger, which is the case in both of these, Kazoo and Bazoof. And the main elements also can be the pictures. So we have a girl on a surfboard, it's a drawing, she's in front of a wave. And then on the right, we have the potato head alien. And so those are interesting pictures, graphic elements, we call it, that will make me want to look inside. And then there's lots of different words on the left-hand side. All kinds of words are written there. Secret code, games galore, neato experiments, and cool comics. So that's probably the stuff that's going to be inside the magazine. And so it looks interesting, like I'll probably want to get into that one. And on the right, on the top, it says the Spacey, Goofy, Healthy, Fun magazine. Wow, does that cover look like it has all that? Spacey, Goofy, Healthy, Fun? I think so. I see a young woman doing ballet there. That's a healthy, athletic exercise. And it definitely has Goofy covered, doesn't it? And fun. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be fun. Workout, stories by kids, galaxy news, some cartoons and stuff. All those are engaging things that make me want to read it inside this magazine. And those are the main elements of the covers. We don't know precisely what the articles are going to be inside, but we have a good idea, a rough idea. On these magazines, on the left-hand side, it's really colorful. I love that bright red color. Some elements here are the red background, different kinds of cartoon character. It says character design revolution. So clearly the characters that are drawn there are part of the topic in the magazine. And the title seems to be arts. So of course I like it already. And so that's a pretty fun and engaging cover. It has 2 different languages, it looks like, on there as well. And on the right-hand side, not so jazzy of a cover. It's not as, colorful and exciting, but what are kids doing to fight for our planet? And it has a kid on there. And so that's going to grab me. I'm interested in fighting for our planet, make sure we take good care of our planet for the future. And so we have a young person here who's a leader in helping other people learn about how we can take care of the planet. And so this will be interesting. The cover, the title XYZA, I don't know what that really means, but then under that, it says news for kids. So it kind of helps us understand. And it tells us in a small writing what's going to be inside. Cars, LeBron James again, Iditarod, and more. So when you're designing your cover or thinking about your kind of article or your magazine, you'll want to consider these elements. How big are the titles? What is the title? And how do you tell people what's going to be inside and get them to want to read your magazine? And on the inside, we're just looking here at how the person that made the magazine, where did they put each different item, the different elements. And so the elements would include the photographs, the graphics, the text, the big, on the right-hand side, fire and ice, the big gigantic red and blue text. And then you'll see other areas where the text is a little bit larger, the one Yuri on Ice, and then some little tiny text, that's like the article. And you can see the writing part is broken in 2 columns on the right, and on the left it's in 3 paragraphs with a darker heading. And they both have pictures along the bottom. So these are just different ways that you can organize the information that you're going to share to make it fun to read and clear so that people can understand it. And again, similar idea here. There's a cool design on the left side, and then there's the title is large, and then there's the beginning of the article is sort of a next size down of text, and then there's some more writing that's the little small writing. And so that's sort of an interesting way to design it. And on the right-hand side, they used a photograph, which includes a black background. And so they put then their text in white lettering. And it's an interesting way to grab a person's attention, get your eye, looks nice. And so different things you can think about for design. Now, this is one cover that has a worksheet on the side. And I'm going to leave this up to you guys to fill in the answers on your own. You'll get, when you get your copy of this lesson plan, you can take a look at these covers and answer the question. And likewise, the inside article, same thing. We've talked about this one a little bit. You can fill in the answers in your own words. That's the end of our first lesson, which is just the introduction to magazines and creating our own youth art magazine. And next time, when we have lesson 2, we will talk about content, which we did mention earlier is the subject of the article or magazine, and the story and pictures that are presented. And we'll also get into style, which is the look and feel of the article or magazine. What font, what kind of text, how does the text look, and what colors, pictures, the layout, how did you arrange everything, all those are part of the style. And we'll talk about that next week. All right, thanks for joining me. Fill in your worksheet and we'll see you next time. Take care.